Good morning. Sorry I'm a little late, but I'm here. Oh, I get my chairs all set up and everything. How is everyone? I feel like my mic's really far away from me. Let me know if the volume's good. Good morning, chat. Morning, chat. All right. I can move this over here and get this going on and throw this up there. All right. Good morning. This might suck, but I feel like I need it a little bit closer. Sorry, guys. All right. Good morning. I am Darkpool Algo, and thanks for joining me for this morning's watch list building session. We're going to go over some stocks using the Smart Money Darkpool and FlowTrade software that's provided by those fine folks over at FlowTrade. We're going to look at a short list of stocks that I went over this weekend, and we're going to find some plays today that have a higher than normal probability of making a move in one direction or the other. Hopefully we can get it to move alongside, but if it's to the short side, it's to the short side. We're going to play the charts in front of us, and that's our only job, right? So with that being said, let's look at the indexes real quick. Overnight, it looks as if, let me see, which do I want to throw up here? Well, that's a good one. Yeah, this guy right here will be fine. I'll throw this one up. Nope, not that one. This one. And we're going to change this. How's everybody's weekend? Hopefully everybody had a good weekend. I know mine was too short. I spent a lot of time working on helping some clients out, helping some partners out, getting some stuff ready. Got exciting things in the pipeline, big moves, nice things going on. All right. Looks as if, though, overnight, ES sold off slightly. We've come down. We've found support at the daily Keltner channel mid, which is just slightly below previous highs. Let's see. Looking at about 41.50 is the point right now. Looking for that to be support. MACD is currently oversold. Negative but flat. We've got a reversal candle on the Squeeze Pro. Look for this to base here and potentially move back up to the 41.67. Looking at the old NQ. Oh, I should have grabbed it. Oh, I should have grabbed that. All right. NQ is at the bottom of the 30-minute Keltner channels. I'm not exactly sure where this line came from. Looks like it's a fib for something, but who knows. All right, looks like NQ sold off overnight a little bit as well. I'm gonna have to throw those up there. Sorry, my charts are all jactified. And all right, that's a little better. Now we can see what's going on. So NQ starting to sell off a little bit overnight. Would anticipate us coming back down, testing point of control at 13, 12, 15, 50. It's a nice round number. We could potentially fade that for the next. Oh, hold on a second. Let me look at this a little bit more. 13,303 and 13,275. Looks as though we're basing right now. MACD is negative. The squeeze histogram is neutral. We've got, looks like a squeeze is just getting ready to fire. Hopefully that would fire to the long side, which bring us back up to test overnight high at 13,452. Looking at the RTY. Looks like a little bit of just overnight selling. Okay. Hopping right into it, I wanted to go over Twitter real quick. There was a request from Twitter to review Twitter. I'm still confident in that 55 call for this week. However, I'm not going to hold it until the end of this week. The concept of pinning it at 55 means that it would expire worthless. So Potentially today would be profit taking, maybe tomorrow as well. It looks as if though Twitter's making a move in the pre-market. We're currently trading at 51.53, which was the high of Friday. So we've broken above the high of Friday. We would need to close above that for a potential run in the morning to, let's see, yeah, 52. Twitter's taking off right now in the pre-market, which is good. Look for profit taking at the open, potential fade to support for the next leg up. We've got stacked positive EMAs. We're above the 200 SMA. It looks as if the squeeze just fired off. I got a buy signal from our B4 scanner here, which indicates that the signal line is crossed above the upper Bollinger Band. RSI is positive and increasing. Yeah, Twitter looks good. So whoever, I know somebody had reached out on Twitter about Twitter. So there's your answer, looking at the algo for Twitter. Algo's trading with price on the 15-minute. We're still basing at that dark pull support at 51.35 dark pull support. The algo is currently curled up. The 1 minute, we did have that bullish divergence. However, it looks as if that might be playing out based on price action this morning. We're at 52 now. That's going to be resistance. Also looking at Twitter. Twitter. Looking at Twitter on the charts. Let me just grab this guy. Nice strong move overnight. It looks as if the 60-minute squeeze fired off, which is good. We've got a mid-thrust buy on the ready aim fire. Squeeze pro fired off. 52.78 first target, 53.78 second target, 55 ultimate target for the day. Excuse me. Like I said, those options for this week, those 55s, you don't want to hold them until Friday. They're going to be worthless. So I would look to potentially start taking profit today, tomorrow. By Wednesday, you'll need to make a decision if you want to roll it out another week or close it out. But if you hold it till Friday, I can almost guarantee it's not going to be worth anything. I can't guarantee anything. All of this is not investment advice. This is just my personal opinion for educational and entertainment purposes only. Trading stocks has inherent risks. Consult a financial advisor. There's my disclaimer. All right, let's hop into it because hopefully that answered your question if you're watching. If not, I just did an analysis on Twitter for free for everyone. We love you. All right, Chegg. My watch list for this week includes Chegg, Cree, GH, and DDOG. Looking at these on the 4-chart layout. I'm going to see Chegg, DDOG, GH, and what was the last one? Chegg, DDOG, GH, and FSLY. I only did 3. Let's look at, Sear. Nope, not Sear. Sear. All right. From upper left to, I'm going right. So Chegg, DDOG, GH, Sear. Chegg has got a strong bullish divergence. We're currently basing at block trade support at 77.50 with resistance at 78.05. A break of that, we've got a nice run up into 92. We do have divergence that occurred at $80. So look for this little divergence here that we've got in front of us to play out there, and it'll be, that's a previous resistance level. So at that supply zone, we'll make a decision. If we break through it, then we've got a nice run up into the 90s, back into some all-time highs, right? I like Chegg. It's got a lot of positive, just had positive earnings. So all of that implied volatility is pretty much not going to be an effect on it. All right, looking at Chegg Yeah, Twitter's moving. So Chegg sold off overnight. We did come down. We basically bounced on support right at 76.50, 76.76, which is that support level, that block trade support level. We've got MACD is neutral but increasing. I'd like it to curl over a little bit. We had a nice doji on Friday, which would be an indication of a potential reversal. If we do reverse, why is this over here? All right. If we do reverse, we're going to have some targets to look at 78.50, which would be previous high. A break of that, I would like it to break, come back down. So break 78.50. Smash into 79.29, come back down, test support at 78.50 for the next move up to 81. Looking at Chegg on the 1 minute, algo's currently trading with it's a little bit of bearish divergence. However, the 15-minute algo's going to pull it up. Moving on to let's look at Chegg on the old charts. All right, so 15-minute chart looks like we're starting to form that kind of rounded Wu-Tang pattern. We've come down, we've tested support, we broke through the EMAs, and tested previous resistance right at 78. Yeah, let's just call it 7, right at 79. 78.61, and we're coming back down to find some support. It looks as though we've just created some uptrend support based on overnight selling. Send to the right. As long as we maintain that support, I'd like this to move back up into this previous supply zone right at 80 to 81. That's going to be the resistance. Looking at Chegg on the daily. Nice volume coming in. The VZO is turned positive. Getting ready to buy. Like I said, the MACD is currently negative but neutral, so it looks as though it's beginning to curl around and move back up. We'd like to see probably a pop at open, since it kind of sold off overnight a little bit. Look at the volume on that. I'm going to see the volume on that. Lots of overnight volume. Reversal sign on the ready aim fire. 2-day, 3-day, 4-day weekly squeeze should get ready to fire off. The market extension tool, which I did a video on over the weekend, and I'll be posting that out. It's currently bearish and pointed down. I would really like this to curl up and get back into this neutral buy area. As soon as that signal line changes from red to gray, I'll look to enter a position. However, we do have this previous demand zone, like I said, that we need to get over. So yeah, as far as Chegg is concerned, we need to maintain support at, let's just call it 76. So from 76 to 75 is support for Chegg. I'm going to throw this up there so it's easy to see. This guy right here. Seriously. So this is going to be support for Chegg. If a break of this, and I'll look to reevaluate any long positions for a fade. However, it makes total sense that we could, on the 4-hour, revert to at least the 21, potentially the 34 before another move down, right? Like we did here. We could potentially do it again. A break of 81.25, a break and retest of 81.25 would put me in a position to go long for that 91 target. Looking at Chegg on, I wish they had weeklies. So depending on the open, I'm looking to grab the $80 calls on Chegg. Let's see, copy, add 2 watch list. All right. That was Chegg. The next one was D-Dog. All right, D-Dog on the daily. Nice, strong, bullish candle. All right, so I'm going to move to the one chart layout just so everybody can see it a little bit easier. Come on, load up. There we go. D-Dog. Data Dog. Okay, on the 15, let me just grab some drawing tools. So Data Dog on the 15-minute chart. We've got nice, strong net buying. The algo's been buying with price action. We've got bullish divergence on that. The algo curled up on Friday. We're currently testing the 8230 dark pool block level as support. We've got regular block trades coming in. And these are pretty old. It doesn't look as if though it really did anything before. So the potential resistance 83 or 8450 as potential resistance. We've got nice uptrend support. This can be seen here. If we were to pull back and test any levels, it would be right in this area here, right at 80 or 8050. On the 1 minute chart, Chegg is, or this Data Dog. Look at that algo. So 1 minute chart algo is vertical. It's just straight up on Friday. That is large orders coming in and being filled. As long as we can maintain that block level for support, as well as any other technical support levels, we've got pretty much nice, strong net buying. All of the 1 minute divergence has played out. Currently, price action is trading with the algo. So I'm going to let the algo be my guide. If we see any significant sharp moves downwards without support, we do have this block trade, really old block trade, coming in at 81.54. That would be support, as well as this 82.30 that we've kind of traded within. That's going to be support as well. So if we break the 82.30, I would look for final support at 81.54 before I move to the downside. And that's on Data Dog. Looking at Data Dog. So there's that uptrend support. We currently got a buy signal on the Turbo VZO. Like I said, I'm still researching that to get familiar with it. We're currently trading above the 21 EMA. We're going to run into some resistance as the 50 and the 30, the 50 SMA and the 34 SMA are pretty much moving at the same rate. They're combined, and that's at the 84.25 level. That's going to be pretty significant resistance. So we're going to go up and we're going to hit this. I'm looking for any sort of previous demand zones or supply zones. Maybe at this level here. Not really seeing any. Maybe it's this guy right here. And I'm just going to go with this one. So this level here I'm about to draw is going to be the resistance that we have to get through. If we can get through 84, I'd like it to breach 84, come back and retest it. The MACD is currently neutral but increasing. We've got the signal line curled up. It's just entered into the lower Bollinger Band area. It's a neutral signal that can turn into a buy signal as soon as it crosses above the upper Bollinger Band, which would be the MACD turning positive at the same time. We've got great beta currently positive on our VWAP. We've got a 2-day low compression, 3-day mid compression squeeze. With a $4.50 ATR, we can definitely move about $4 or $5 a day. We ran into that demand zone, right? Or supply zone currently. It was a previous demand zone. So old demand zone we got to get through. We do that, and a little bit of resistance at the 50 SMA, but the major resistance is going to be this 200 SMA right at 93.61. Fibonacci Fibonacci. I'm going to go from previous 200 SMA to here. All right. We're currently running into, all right, so that 50% retracement is smack dab in the middle of that demand zone or the supply zone that we're hitting right now. That's going to cause a little bit of turbulence. However, the 4-hour squeeze just fired off, right? It's a low compression squeeze, but it did fire. That's going to thrust us through with any major, like with any additional volume that comes in. Immediately after that, we're going to smack into resistance at 86.34, which is the 618 retracement. If we can get above that, we've got pretty much blue skies up to previous high at 96.50 with a little bit of profit taking at 93.50. So Chegg, support, $82.30, support 82-ish, resistance at 83.20, then 86.34, right? A break of 86.35. Look for long to 93.61, then 96.5. Targeting 105s, which puts us, this 127 is 105, right? We're in here. Looking at the options chain for this week, so this week's 85s look really good. With it, all right, so this week's 85 looks good for a potential long entry. There's a massive ton of open interest at 90, which I really doubt. Well, we move about $5 a day. It is potential that we could get there. But however, the resistance that I mentioned earlier is pretty significant. If we wanted to go out to next month's expiration and get those 100s, right? Or even those 105s, those are super cheap. My risk tolerance would even allow me to grab next month's 95s. Those look pretty good too. So throw those on. Yeah, I can't believe those are that cheap. So next month's 105, so the June 18th 105s are dirt cheap. The 95s are within my risk tolerance. You could even grab it, depending on your risk tolerance, you could even do an 85.95 vertical for about $1, about $2. You could do the 85.90 for $1. So definitely looking at D-Dog for the open. All right, the next one I wanted to look at was GH. Let's change the volume here. Twitter. I'm checking on Twitter real quick. Smacked it at 52. I've got a position in home that I'd really like it to break above 37.50. Looks like we gapped up to 37. Hopefully we can get above that 37.75 and just run, because I've got a pretty good position in it. 39, 47.50, right? If we can hit 39, I'll be happy man. All right. GH was the next one that I wanted to look at. So on the daily, I'll pull up the chart. We want this guy first. GH. On the 15, I'm gonna start with the 1 minute. So GH on the 1 minute chart, all of the divergence has played out. The algo is pretty much net buying, looking for the algo to cross above price action and create bullish divergence. However, I'm going to use the 1 minute algo as my guide. We do have some technical support, nice uptrend support, as you can see here. There are no really block trades to speak of. This algo is pretty much vertical, right? This is the algo line. Pretty significant net buying. GH on the 15-minute chart. Look at that nice bullish divergence. We've got uptrend support. We've got previous resistance, which is an additional bullish divergence. It's going to 115, break of 115. We've got some room to run. There's a little gap that needs to be filled right at 120 or 119 to 120. The algo's curled up. Net buying. This is GH. Guardant Health. We've got about an $8 ATR, so this does move. Good beta. Bollinger Bands is all right. No real squeezes to speak of. We got a 3-day, 4-day, and a weekly. However, we came down, double bottomed, a little tweezer bottom. This is a strong bearish or bullish reversal signal. This candle here, this candle here is going to probably provide the range that we're going to trade within until we can break above 117, right? So that'd be here. I would look for, sorry, I'm just looking left real quick. So we've got previous, all right, so 10, let me just draw a line, guessing at this stuff. $110.20 is going to be support. What you see here is a demand zone. So this is our demand zone, basically from here to here. That's going to be our support. We just had uptrend support. The Turbo VCO is reversed and it's starting to, looks like it's in a buy area. Our MACD is negative but neutral, or negative but decreasing. I like that signal line to curl over and begin an upward movement. Looks like we popped up, we got above the 200 SMA. We're currently squeezing between the 50 and the 200 SMA. We got a buy signal coming in on the B4 indicator. The MACD signal line crossed above the upper Bollinger Band, and we would look for that to continue its move upwards. On the 4-hour, like I said, 3-day, 4-day, weekly squeeze, so that's really not going to help us out. We're currently oversold on RSI. Excuse me. Currently oversold on RSI. The market extension signal lines curve is pretty flat. Ready Aim Fire has fired off with a buy signal. This yellow bar on the Squeeze Pro, we'd like to see that as a reversal indication, so it's neutral but decreasing. The 4-hour MACD has not crossed over, so once we get that golden crossover, look for a strong move upwards. We've got negative stacked EMAs, however, a nice reversion to the 21 puts us at 127, so a $12-15 move from where we're at now. Potential 34 EMA reversion as well at 135. Our SMAs are at 150, right? So this thing, check out earnings. It beat on earnings, however, it sold off, right? So looking at huge volume coming in overnight. One thrust us above 116.50. Which it ran previous resistance. So there's this, we're going to call it a supply zone. From here, right, I'm just going to grab the wicks of this. So we can play the 112 to 117 run, because this is going to be resistance. Fibonacci, short-term Fibonacci. Previous high. Keep grabbing the wrong tool. All right, so from high to low, the 618 The 618 retracement is right at 118. The 50% retracement is 116.11. We're currently trading. There's a huge bid-ask spread. We're currently trading at 107. So this 50% to 618 retracement zone is going to cause us to probably chop a little bit in there. But we break that 618. We're going to have a little 200-day SMA, excuse me, 200 SMA resistance at 120 before we move to 128, 134. So 125 is going to be a short-term target because that's previous high. It can be seen here. 125, 128, 134. Looking at the options chain. Oh, I love it. No, they have monthlies. Okay. This week's this options chain is jack wackadoodled. I'm gonna go out to next month's. It's wackadoodled as well. All right, so I need this to basically shake out in the morning. It's super volatile right now. It needs to establish a little bit of more of a trend. Once that happens, I'd look to readjust or revisit the options chain. These are super illiquid right now, which means that the spread is inconsistent, which means it's super volatile. Right? You've got the 190s that have 1,000 open interest, and they're 15 cents, where the 195s are $1.30. So I like these type of plays just because there's some volatility with it. However, I need the options chain to kind of straighten itself out before I enter a play. I do like those 120s for this week, or potentially going out to next month's 130s. So that was GH. And let's see. What was the other one I wanted to look at? GH. Wait for option chain to uncluster. All right, I'll look at Sear real quick. Looks like CCL is on the move. Sorry, I'm just trying to find a scanner that I can throw up real quick. Let's look at this guy. Okay, looking at Sear. So I like this chart. We've got great risk to reward on the 15-minute. We're currently stacked positive EMAs. 3-day, 4-day weekly squeeze. We're in a mid-compression 15-20 minute squeeze. However, those may fire off to the short side. As far as risk, we've got support at 28.83, which is about 2% risk. We've got resistance at 33. We've got about 11% reward. So this is a good risk reward. We've got nice uptrend support, as can be seen here. Just grab this guy, extend to the right. All right, we are currently at uptrend support. We're basing at the 21 or 821.34 EMAs. We're above the 50s simple moving average. 60-minute squeeze may fire. All right, looks like it just fired. So we have reversal doji. We've got another doji. The turbo VZO is in the neutral but increasing phase. Not sure. I'm not getting any V4 signals on the daily. However, The 50 period simple moving average just formed and puts us at 47. So I'd like to see a reversion at least to the 21, which is at 40, followed by next move up to 47. There's going to be some profit taking there. Above that, we've got room to 90. We do, however, have previous resistance coming in at this level here. 31.37, followed by if I go to here, we're going to grab this level just because it great. There we go. This gives me more touch points, right? 38 to 57, right? That's going to be supply zone. It's going to be resistance. We're currently in a demand zone that's providing support, and that's from this cloud level that I'm about to draw here. So current support, we've got resistance coming in. So $40 can be the point. Nope, we don't want that. We want this guy. All right, we only have monthly options. I'm working on a scanner that separates, that only pulls up weekly options, which is what I prefer. Next month's 40s. And the options chain is jocked on that. Yeah, I'm gonna let this shake out this morning. Looks like as if though we're consolidating. So we reverse smacked into the 8 EMA. I would anticipate coming back down and testing support at 28.76 before the next move up to 38. So stack positive EMAs, yeah. Minor resistance at 33. The 50s have got a ton of open interests going out to next month's 35s, depending on how the options chain shakes out this morning. I'm looking to grab those. All right, I think that's about it. Those are the ones I wanted to go over. Doesn't seem like we've got a lot of chat this morning. I'd like to thank you for joining me. Once again, my name is Darkpool Algo. I'm here every morning, Monday through Friday, 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And make sure you smash that like button if you enjoy this content. Subscribe and turn on notifications for anytime we put out a new video. I've got an entire tutorial series that I'm working on. A lot of it does. I just put out a video on how to trade with the FlowTrade algo system to cheat the market. We want to cheat the stock market. I want to look at Discovery real quick. Massive news that came out overnight real quick. I'm just going to go over this one real quick. All right, so AT&T agreed to buy out Discovery. I believe that's the long and short of it. Merge business with, so AT&T agrees to merge media business, so their media buy with Discovery, which is good. That is positive news. That created a massive gap up overnight, right? So we gapped up from 35 to 42. We ran into some resistance there. We currently came back down, tested the 34 on the 15-minute, and we may get another move upwards, right? Our EMAs are stacked positive. This is a good setup to see as far as stacked moving averages. 8 on top of 21 on top of the 34. We've also got, this looks like old trendline support here, 38.50. The 50 is on top of the 200 SMA, right? Yeah, that's previous uptrend support that we broke above. We're trading currently 39, so right here, a daily bottom from weeks ago. Get rid of these drawings. Okay. So Fibonacci is going to tell us basically this high to this low smacks us right into the, yeah, I like this level. Okay. So Discovery, we had the exponential simple moving average squeeze. That popped. We've got positive and increasing MACD. Great beta. We move about $2 a day. We ran into resistance overnight of 39. We're currently trading at 39, which is right here. Sorry, I'm trying to find where it's. Yeah, 39.07. So we're trading in this little demand zone right here. This little one. That'll show up. All right, so we popped up overnight, trading at 39. I gotta fix this chart. Give me a second. Come on. Sorry, I'm just saving this stuff real quick. All right, that's better. Okay, so we definitely gapped up overnight, ran into resistance of the 618 extension, came back down. We're testing this previous demand zone from 38.50 to 39.50. So there's a dollar channel there. We're currently consolidating within that. We've got nice positive RSI and MACD. Signal line is positive and increasing. We're going to run into resistance at 40. 41 and 42. We get above this 42 level, we've got another target of 45 to 46. So this is the target for the day. That guy there. So that's what this looks like. So this is what the chart's going to do today, right? So we gapped up overnight. We ran into Fibonacci resistance, came back down, tested, broke through the 50%, but this demand zone or the supply zone is providing support. Also the 34 EMA came in to play there. Nice stacked positive moving averages. In the morning or at the open, we may come back down and fill that gap to 35. However, 38 may be support, right? So if we can maintain 38, I'd like to see a nice move up into 45. We break 38, we're going to come back down and test 35. So $3 down, $5 up. Looking at the Discovery this week's options chain, those 45s are going to go buck wild. So I'm going to try to snake this chain first thing in the morning. I'm going to put in an order for these right now. And see if I can snag them, right? So I'm going to put an order for the 45s for this week and see if I can grab them for while the volatility in the options chain goes crazy. Sometimes you can snatch them up for a good price, right? They ask was 5 cents. You know, I'm going to bid 15 and see if I can just grab, you know, maybe there's a bunch of new traders that are just trying to get out of this position. You know, Robinhood options traders, they don't know what they're doing. They're like, oh, I can, you know, they were 5 cents. Oh, I can sell them for 15. You know, somebody's out there that's going to sell these. So I'm going to try to get those. this morning and just day trade the crap out of this. So that's Discovery. And that's it for me. My name is Dark Polago. Thanks for joining me. Make sure you smash the like button, subscribe, turn on notifications. I'm here every morning, 8:30 a.m. Eastern, Monday through Friday, and I am taking requests on Twitter.